It takes enormous intelligence. It takes enormous intelligence for a person to grow without struggle. Not that it's not possible, but it takes enormous intelligence. Otherwise, most of the people, in my experience, 99.9% of the people struggle to grow. Either it takes enormous intelligence or it takes enormous trust. There are only two ways one can grow without struggle. Otherwise, struggle is inevitable. Himalaya is also struggling to grow, every day struggling to grow. Huge volumes of itself collapses around itself simply because it is striving to grow. If it becomes stagnant, these earthquakes and these landslides will not happen, but it wants to grow even at the cost of its own well-being. And it can only happen that way for most people. There is a wonderful sadhu, a very wonderful sadhu in Gangotri. His name is Sundarananda. Sundarananda once, many years ago, now he's a very old person. When he was a young sadhu, when he was climbing Kedar 35–40 years ago, he saw an old lady who was very feeble, barely clothed, in tatters, in extreme cold. Today, when you go up Kedar, it's all paved. I remember even 25 years ago when I came, it used to be a treacherous path. But today it's all paved and you're just walking up, it's like a road. So when things were worse than how I have seen, this lady was climbing up, very feeble, barely clothed, scantily clothed because she's just come from plains and she doesn't have any warm clothes. She had a little bundle on her head and kept climbing. The way she was, though she is not eaten for a couple of days, she did not ask anything from anybody, she just kept climbing. Sundaranand saw that her body was weak and she was just going on. Then he asked, why don't you ask for clothes or food or whatever you need? People will give it to you. He doesn't have, he himself is a sadhu. So ask somebody, they'll give it to you. So, the lady looked up at him with a steady gaze and she said, when you're on a pilgrimage, you don't complain. So I won't complain. I just want to see Kedar, that's all. Unless one has this strength, you don't make a pilgrimage, you just go as a tourist. There's a huge difference between going to a place as a pilgrim and going to the same place as a tourist. A pilgrim means his goal is set. No matter what, that's where he's going. Life or death, that's where he's going. A tourist is not like that. Tourist is going only to comfortable places. Nothing wrong with it. It's just that when we live with certain limitations, life imposes its own limitations. Only within yourself, when you live without any limitations, life opens up its bounty for you.